What's up, guys? I'm HooplOz. Thanks for coming back to the channel. This is kind of different from what I normally do. Normally, just no commentary, just us playing, me and my friends. But I just want to talk about a couple of things regarding Warzone and not so much DMZ. DMZ, I don't really play like Tarkov or anything, so I don't really have much of an opinion because I don't play that enough to know like what's good and what's bad. I will say DMZ kind of seems like a more like a plunder or something is what it reminds me of. What I did want to talk about was Warzone, coming in Warzone 2, just some of the things I have kind of like questions about, or I had seen people talk about, and maybe people that see this can answer them, or just food for thought, like just things that I'm thinking about whenever I watch these videos and stuff. The looting system, for one, is not terrible. I think it's going to take a lot of adjustments for everybody. What it makes me think about is the guys that like go for like kill races and the guys that go for like record setting numbers, which is like far above my skill level. But those guys are going to be slowed down so much. I think it's going to slow the game down a lot, just that looting system alone. You know, because you think about like the guys that do things like that is like they get their loadout right off rip and then they're off. They don't loot again until they kill somebody and they run over their body. You know, they pick up the ammo they need, the plates they need, and they keep moving. They don't, every once in a while they'll pick up a cluster, whatever it might be, but for the most part they're not looting the whole time. So I think that's going to slow the game down a lot. I really like the vacuum system. I think that the system worked really well. I think Call of Duty is trying to like move to like a more BR traditional way of looting without like angering the masses. I think the systems, for me, it's okay. I personally would rather have the other system, but I think this is something that everybody can adjust to. They definitely met us in the middle when it comes to the looting system after our complaints and stuff. So the second thing I want to talk about was the Gulag. I don't know how to feel about the Gulag. The 2v2 system seems like pretty cool. It seems like it would be like a cool way to change things up, kind of make it fresh, but I don't know how I feel about it because my whole channel is based around playing with my friends and just the vibes of like playing with your boys all the time. That's the whole like idea behind my channel. My friends, like, they're not the best. I'm not the best Warzone player by any means, and they're not either. The idea of like having to go to a 2v2 setting, one of my friends, you're carrying him through the whole game. If you're constantly in the gulag with them, like, that's going to be exhausting. You're carrying these guys all the time, and I'm not the best Warzone player, so I think that will get old pretty quick. But the main thing is that AI jailer in the Gulag, I don't agree with. I think it's kind of dumb. I don't understand why they wouldn't just leave the flag in there. I think everybody's going to start teaming using proximity chat and just wait for the jailer to come, and everybody's going to kill it, and then they just redeploy from there. And eventually I think that they'll take the jailer out because of that and put the flag back in. I don't understand why that's not a good idea to me. I don't think that's, I'm not a game developer. I know they're trying to make things different. I just don't think it's going to work out the way they're expecting it to. I just think that the flag system was so much better. It's annoying to lose those kind of people that just go for the flag all the time, but definitely better than the jailer. I don't understand why they would put AI in the game at all in a battle royale, but let alone the Gulag. If they have to make changes, putting AI is not the answer. Lastly, what I wanted to talk about was a loadout system. So I've seen that the free loadout comes out on third circle, but my question was, and maybe people can answer this for me, can you get your loadout right off rip? As if you go to a stronghold, is a stronghold open at all times as long as you have, I guess, what is it, the key, or how to, like, however you activate the stronghold? Can you do that right off the rip, or do you have to wait a certain amount of time? If you can get your loadout right off rip, does it make sense to get both your guns and then just save that one for if you die for the regain? Or like, I'm interested to see how the meta works for that, because in my head, especially if people that don't go for the stronghold, do you buy, like, I make sniper support content, so do I go buy my sniper support and then wait for my loadout to get my sniper, or vice versa? Also, it makes me wonder, loadout camping's already like something that happens a lot in Warzone, and I want to call it a problem, but it's a part of it, I guess. Having even less loadouts to watch, I feel like loadout camping's going to be horrendous in this, which makes it like kind of like incentivizes you like not getting that loadout, just using it for a regain if you absolutely have to. Which brings up the question of, okay, is everybody going to share their money? Because I want to say I've seen some guns for like $4,000 or $5,000, some more than that, some for less. And so that means if you're having to get like $30,000 for your teammates to get all the guns that they want, will people share their money? It just raises a lot of questions for me of the dynamic of like how loadouts will come into the game. And I'm glad that they did give us our loadouts, and I'm appreciative that that's still staying in the game, but I still have a lot of questions, and I think that there's definitely gonna be like issues as far as like loadout camping and things like that. But those are basically the three things that I wanted to talk about, and I appreciate if you stayed through the whole thing. I don't want it to feel like I'm complaining or I'm not excited for Warzone, because I really am. I love the first Warzone. I'm really excited for this one. I just had some things on my mind and I just thought I'd make a video about it. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It really does help. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. So hopefully we hit it soon. So like I said before, I make Warzone content, so those videos will start back up as soon as Warzone drops. Again, I appreciate you guys' time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Nice. Good shit.
What I get?
10 and 27.